I did it! I finally did it! I finally played the classic Sonic games. Now, not all of them because there are some not included in Sonic Origins, but all the ones that made it in Origins, I finally got to play and finish. Maybe not 100%, but I'm still proud of myself considering the fact that 2D classic Sonic games are really not my area of expertise. So the fact that I actually played and beat these games, well, I have to say that I'm proud of myself. And not only did I play these games and beat them, but I also ended up actually enjoying them. Obviously, I enjoyed some more than others because in this video today, I'm going to be ranking all of the games that are included in Sonic Origins. If you like Sonic the Hedgehog and like this kind of content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on the video. But anyway, let's start off chronologically with Sonic the Hedgehog 1. To be totally honest with you guys, I have played Sonic 1 before, but I stopped immediately after Green Hill Zone Act 3, so I can't really say I played the game. That in mind, I did not have a whole lot of fun on my first playthrough with this game. Everything kind of just feels weird, and Sonic's drop dash in Origins feels so off for some reason. I can't change the direction mid-air like I can in Sonic Mania, which makes it feel like a really bad version of this drop dash. I'm not going to dock points for not having a good drop dash because there are other games in this collection that also don't have a good drop dash either. So let's just move on to the levels in this game, and in my opinion, I don't think they're some of the best in this compilation. There's 6 zones in this game, and there's only a few that I actually liked. Green Hill Zone I liked, Marble Zone, I didn't like Spring Yard Zone, Labyrinth was actually fun, Starlight Zone was also fun, and Scrap Brain Zone is absolute trash. Again, this is my own personal opinion, and I'll get into more of why I didn't like some of these zones, and some of them are actually for the same reasons. And if you like these zones, then kudos, I'm glad you enjoyed them. But for me personally, they just weren't as fun as I'd like them to be. The levels that I actually did like, they all had something in common that I feel like needs to be mentioned here. And it's the sheer fact that the level presentation was actually very fun to look at. It was colorful, it was bouncing, it was booming. I really liked looking at the level, and for that reason it kind of made it easy to progress through it and see where to go next. Other levels that I really didn't like, well, they didn't have this exact same thing going on there. One, for example, is Spring Yard Zone. To me, Spring Yard Zone felt like there was a lot going on there, a whole bunch of springs and those little bounce things that always keep bouncing me everywhere, and I can't stay in one place at a time, but I guess as the level says, I have to learn to cope. Then of course there's the infamous Scrap Brain Zone, and I can't put my finger on what exactly I didn't like about this level, but I just didn't like it. However, there is one thing I learned throughout playing this game as well as the other compilation games in Sonic Origins, and that's the sheer fact that each of these games gets better the more you play it. I think your enjoyment for it will increase the more time you spend actually learning the mechanics and how certain things work, and especially the level design layouts. Once you figure out how to kind of manage those, you're going to be able to have more fun with the game, and when I first played Sonic 1, that's probably why I didn't have a whole lot of fun. Levels like Marble Zone I couldn't stand when I first played, but after 2 or 3 tries at it, I finally began to appreciate it. Be that as it may, I feel like Sonic 1 was the hardest game to really get into out of all the other games in this collection. And I'm sure like most of you, I also really could not stand the special zones for this game either. They weren't fun, and they just felt more tedious than anything. But anyway, that's enough about Sonic 1, now let's move on to talk about the next game in this collection, which is Sonic CD. And let me just say, I had a lot of fun with this game. The thing I really like about Sonic CD is just that it's so different than all the other classic Sonic games. It feels so much more complex, and even if the stages aren't as memorable as some of the other games, they still feel pretty fun and fresh. The whole implementation of time travel feels really cool because it feels like there's a whole bunch of different levels you can play if you just go a different direction. Not only that, but it doesn't slow the gameplay down at all. If there's one really solid complaint that I can stand behind when it comes to Sonic CD, it's the whole idea of the usage of springs. It feels like they're just everywhere throughout each and every single level, and it can be a bit annoying at sometimes, being able to just get launched in any different direction when you didn't even see a spring there in the first place. It's tiring, but at the same time, I feel like this kind of matches the overall aesthetic of this game in the first place. Sonic CD is a game that's kind of wacky, it's crazy, and there's a lot of things happening at once, and these springs make the game all the more chaotic. And even if it isn't perfect level design, I still had a lot of fun with it just for it being so different. Not only that, but it was really exciting to see characters like Amy and Metal Sonic introduced in this game, and kind of see how they got their beginnings. Also, the special zones in Sonic CD are far superior than that in Sonic 1. Like, that's not even a competition in my opinion. Again, this wasn't the most fun I had playing a classic Sonic game in this collection, and of course we'll get to that later, but this was still a fun time. Moving on, let's talk about Sonic 2. Let me begin by saying this. Sonic CD was a pretty good game. Sonic 2 is even better. Sonic 2 is a game that immediately capitalizes on everything that was done right in Sonic 1 and CD, and it turns out to just be a better game in comparison. I would say that literally every single level of this game is memorable, and if it's not, it's extremely fun anyway. Visually speaking, out of Sonic 2, Sonic 1, and CD, this one is the best looking, and I would even say that this one also has the best music, which I think is a pretty hard thing to say because CD has some absolute bangers. Of course, there were some things about this game that I didn't like certain zones like Whale Ocean, which isn't bad, I just really didn't like this one. And same thing goes for these special stages. These I just couldn't stand. Somehow I found myself getting more irritated with this than I did with the Sonic 1 special zone. One of the biggest reasons I think these are difficult is because a lot of them rely on memory, and my memory stinks. And also I can't forget that I had Tails with me, so I had to rely on him to not get hit by the bombs and collect rings. And all he would do is constantly get hit by the bombs. He'd never cooperate, and I found it to be very annoying. Now, I will admit that I think there is a bit of skill needed for these special zones because you not only have to time Sonic's jump, but also Tails, because he jumps a little bit after Sonic does. So, the sooner you jump with Sonic, the more likely Tails is to jump over those bombs. I just couldn't quite grasp that concept, so Tails always got hit by the bombs, so that may be on me. Either way, that was the only thing I really didn't like about Sonic 2. Everything else I had to say I really loved about the game. It felt like every challenge the game threw at you, even though it may be difficult, it still felt doable. So in that front, I didn't lose any interest at all. So after I beat the game, I felt like Sonic 3 had some pretty big shoes to fill. This was a game that I honestly felt could have been in my top 5, easily. This game was pure fun. Then I played Sonic 3 and had even more fun than I could have imagined in Sonic 2. Not only were the zones even more memorable and fun than that of Sonic 2, but they also just were that much more captivating. It felt like they took everything that was right about the first 3 games that I talked about earlier in this video and just made them even better and got rid of everything that was bad about them. In my opinion, this game has 0 flaws. In fact, it was the only game that I actually bothered to collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds in. The other ones I kind of just gave up and was like, I'm done, I'm not doing this anymore. But when it came to this game, it felt like I had to keep going back over and over again. But that's also due in part to the special stages being amazing in this one. I love Blue Spheres, and I've loved them ever since I first saw them in Sonic Mania. But like I said, when it comes to the bosses, the stages, the music, virtually everything about this game, down to the sprites themselves, are better in this game than any other classic Sonic game I've seen, aside from Mania, which I think might be on the same tier. In summary, all I really have to say about this game is that I found it to be pure bliss. There was nothing wrong with it, and even if someone tries to point out a flaw, I feel like I'll just automatically disagree just because of how much fun I had playing it. I guess with that said, I feel like I just might be blinded with how much I really enjoyed it. But, who cares? So I feel like when it comes to ranking all of these games in this collection, I have to say that Sonic 1 is my least favorite, but still a pretty good game. Sonic CD is even better. Sonic 2 is a great game, love it. And then Sonic 3 is the cream of the crop, the best one you can play. Seriously, I love Sonic Origins, and I don't think I would have ever got the chance to really play these games ever if it weren't for this collection releasing. The funny thing is, as I said in previous videos, I own most of the classic Sonic games on the GameCube due to the Sonic Mega Collection, but I never actually went out of my way to play them before. And with Origins, having it be widescreen and not having any lives because I stink at classic Sonic 2D games and 2D games in general, I felt like this opportunity was presented to me by Sega themselves in trying to get me to actually enjoy them. And I have to say that this is probably the most fun I've had playing a newly released Sonic game in a long while. I know there are other people out there like me who really could care less about the 2D classic Sonic games, but if you ever have the chance to play Sonic Origins and you haven't played these classic games before and don't have much of an interest in it, trust me, I think you'll really enjoy them. Again, this is coming from someone just like you. I could not stand these games. I would rarely talk about them, if ever, because I had never played them, and now that I have, it's all I feel like talking about. These games are great. I love them, especially Sonic 3. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What is your favorite game in the Sonic Origins collection? How do you rank these classic games? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And also, while you're at it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on the video if you enjoyed it, because I would really appreciate it. Anyway, I now want to take the time to shout out some of my legendary channel members. Thank you all so very much for supporting me and my channel and creating the best possible content that I can create. Videos like these would not be possible without you, and I praise the Lord for y'all every single day. Y'all are truly the best. If you're interested in becoming a member of my channel, there'll be a link in the description down below. But if you want to support me through other means, I have a merch store, and you guys can check out all sorts of Sonicsta swag, whether it be hoodies, t-shirts, hats, you name it, we got it. The link will be in the description for that as well. But anyway, thank you all for watching. This is Sonicsta signing out. Have a super blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?